Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the Mountaineers and a fan base that has been, shall we say, preparing since early in the morning for the battle we have in store. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the UCF Knights offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the catch down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Makes the grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The run from the shotgun. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UCF!
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The Mountaineers offense will go to work for the first time today. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays.
Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Jefferson. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Using the quick game. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just...
And he sprints to the end zone.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
West Virginia, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Coming after it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Jefferson. And it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
How about the big fella? I know this is not in his job description to pick off passes, but the eye-hand coordination, able to get his big paws up there, stabs it out of there. And it was like he was almost surprised he had the football. Just start rumbling and stumbling once he had possession.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Oh, it gives him the tough, stiff arm.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll run the counter. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Back to throw. It's Green. Unleashes one. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing an incompletion.
And the Mountaineers get enough for the 1st down.
1st down, West Virginia.
offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 slider.
Right back to the well. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged out, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
14, West Virginia.
He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Dropping back, it's Jefferson. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the loose ball recovered by the offense, but they don't have enough for the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change, you get the turnover, and now you turn it into points immediately. Nice job by the defense forcing it, the offense taking advantage and putting points on the board.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. New set of downs after that completion. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They're facing a third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He fires to the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Knights will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looking for a block. It's Farmer. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The offense lining up for a first down play. Power football with the run.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
The back goes in motion. To the air, it's Green. Working that left side now. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy.
Gonna take a shot. He's got it on the right. Made a defender miss. Touchdown, UCF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Donaldson. Stopped after making the catch. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. On second down, looking to throw. Caught. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
West Virginia.
Going up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Donaldson.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
West Virginia.
They're going to throw it again. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Looking to pass. It's Green. He finds his man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. That's caught. It's Ray. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
The timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Wake Forest.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Knights! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his...
And that ball is picked off. Not the biggest return, but he sets him up inside the red zone at the 19.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
He makes a catch. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to get in the end zone again. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Only 10 seconds remaining here in the first half as they put it in play, 1st and 10. Quick handoff. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far. They're in Morgantown. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's take the old country roads on our way back to Mountaineer Field.
The Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Green. Makes his connection. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd down coming up.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And the Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Mountaineers send out the punt unit. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, running back on the move. Thrust that arm out. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Yeah, in this offense, that's what they do. Last week, he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
35, West Virginia.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching his defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick completion to the right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Back to the air one more time. He looks that one in nicely. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
To throw, it's Green. Got the back over the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. The Knights are on the move. Smart move to keep it on the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Forced out of the pocket. That's reeled in. It's Boone. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Caught near the sticks. It's Boone. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Safe completion on the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Knights. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
49, West Virginia, 35. Returner runs out of bounds.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Looking downfield, it's Green. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
Is incomplete. Coming up, 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. I know a lot of people.